The creative here is not good for WCW in 2000, and I'm sure by now everyone listening has a few different examples that they could list or that come to mind, but I did find one that I found interesting that I have to mention. Feels like we talk about him a lot. If I ever meet this guy in person, he's going to punch me in the mouth, and I've never even met him.
Who?
Terry Taylor once pitched an angle or a gimmick rather, for an evil architect named Bill Ding. Does this surprise you?
No.
Supposedly, allegedly, he was also credited with Hugh Morris, Perfect Sean, and Terra Rising.
There you go. Need I say, I mean, do I really have to make a comment on that? Does it not speak for itself?
Well, you know.
You know. Spend my days working hard on the go. I got requests for that. I'm sorry.
Help me understand. The guy who credits the Red Rooster gimmick as killing his career. Is the guy pitching fucking Bill Ding? Is that a rib?
Oh, man. I mean, really, you just laid it all out there, folks. Decide for yourself. You tell me.
As a frame of reference for the popularity of WCW around this time, the WCW magazine has around 47,000 subscribers at the end. That seems like a lot for a WCW magazine.
I didn't even know they had a magazine.
Well, a lot of people didn't. So here we go. January 11th, 2001, Bischoff and Siegel host a 45-minute conference call to announce the deal, and Siegel says that Turner never planned to sell, but the offers poured in, including from the WWF. And that very same day that announcement is held, the AOL Time Warner merger goes down. One of the new demands from Time Warner in their side is allegedly a 12.5% stake in the company in terms of profit sharing, but no financial obligation should company losses continue to occur. What's your thought on that? Hey, if you do good, give me 12.5%.
Give me some money.
Yeah. Amongst the offers, beyond just the Bischoff one and the WWF, was a name that we've talked about quite a bit on the show, Mr. Jerry Jarrett.
I can't.
And this is kind of shocking to me. I don't know why, because a year later he would roll out TNA. But he's supposedly being funded here by the investment firm that helped take the WWF public a year prior. And apparently ever since then, they had an interest in the business. Did you hear at the time that Jerry Jarrett was one of the potential suitors to buy WCW?
I heard rumblings that he was trying to get people to use other people's money.
Hang on now.
No, I did. That's what I heard.
But you kind of said that in a shitty way.
Did I?
I heard rumblings that he was trying to get to use other people.
Well, he wasn't going to use his own money because he doesn't have enough confidence in himself to spend his own money to go out and gamble on him running a company.
I'm just curious.
You know.
How was WrestleMania funded?
Hey, but they succeeded, didn't they?
I'm not...
And became a billion-dollar company, a worldwide billion-dollar juggernaut. They didn't just run an office out of their home in Hendersonville and run a couple of states.
How many states did the WWF run when Vince bought it?
God, a bunch.
You're just fucking ribbing me now.
No, I'm not ribbing you. Why would I rib you?
Well, because it's what you do.
Okay, more than Nashville, Tennessee did.
You're just going to be this way the whole show?
You damn right I am.
Okay.
I got my pouty shoes on. I'm going to be pout boy tonight.
We're talking about Jerry Jarrett. Are you going to give me something before we move on?
Well, no, we did hear rumblings, but it's laughable. It's laughable because we had already dealt with Jerry Jarrett. We had been around his expertise and his great mind. And the thought of him running it was like, oh my God, it goes from bad to worse. So the thought...
me saying, are you going to give me something? Wasn't so I would get that.
What? I mean, what do you want?
I'm saying
Had
Jerry
I heard
Jarrett.
rumbling? Yeah.
I'm saying Jerry Jarrett. This is a cue for you.
You know. If we were, if they were looking for a chicken salad recipe, maybe.
Help me understand. What do you think if you were to have a conversation with Jerry Jarrett? Let's pretend I'm the investment banker, and you're going to call and ask for the money. Okay.
Okay.
Ring. Hello, this is Conrad.
Huh?
This is Conrad.
Oh, hey, Conrad.
Hello, who am I speaking with, sir?
Huh?
This is Conrad Thompson. I run an investment firm here. Can I help you with something, sir?
Oh, well, this Jerry.
Jerry who, sir?
Well, Jerry Jarrett,
Mr. Jarrett, how can I help you, sir?
We would like to buy some wrestling, and was wondering, I'd like to, you got, money,
Yes, sir. We're an investment firm. You have an interest in wrestling, you say? Can you tell me who we are and what exactly you're trying to buy?
Well, where we do wrestling. Well, I promoted, I did, wrestling in Tennessee,
So you were a wrestler?
Huh?
So you're a wrestler, sir?
Uh-huh.
And you want me to give you money?
Uh-huh.
And what am I giving you money for?
Well, because you ever walk, Ted?
Ted who, sir?
Ted, Ted. Everybody knows Ted.
Ted Danza?
Ted, no.
Ted Williams.
The wrestling, billionaire,
Ted DiBiase?
billionaire Ted.
Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man?
No, Turner.
Ted Turner, the guy who owns the Braves.
Yeah.
And the Hawks. In Atlanta.
Huh?
Ted Turner owns mostly, everything in Atlanta.
I'm in Tennessee.
So, sir, what am I giving you this money for exactly? Ted Turner has plenty of money. He doesn't need our money.
Well, you take the chicken and you chop it up, and then you look and you get, some walnuts, and, grapes and, salt and the pepper, mayonnaise, when you, sometimes, you can put raisins, Huh?
Bischoff's plan was to move the company to Los Angeles and Las Vegas with weekly tapings at the Hard Rock Cafe, and they were building an arena at the time. And his plan was to shut the company down and go dark for a bit with no shows in April whatsoever. And he called their very first pay-per-view, which was set to be on May 6th, Big Bang, which is obviously, his way of saying we're going to kind of start anew. Everything's brand new. Variety even reports that Fusion had tried to work out some sort of plan where they would sit down with the WWE and do some cross-company pay-per-views. The likelihood, in your opinion, of Vince McMahon ever doing a cross-company pay-per-view with Eric Bischoff at that time in 2001, where would you put that?
Huh? Yeah, that'd be slim to none.
I'm thinking 0.0.
You never say you never say 0, but
1.
It was slim.
Okay, not much higher than 0.
Not much higher than 0, no.
Okay. Some of the boys start to get nervous around this time, and folks are wondering what's real and what's not. Do you think that's fair based on Bischoff's storylines and angles where he would kind of work the boys, so to speak?
I think it's fair when you look at the state of the business in WCW at the time and the state of Turner and being absorbed and purchased by Time Warner. So I think there was a lot of just unknown. And I think people were nervous not knowing what the hell was going to happen.
Well, some of them start to get phone calls from Fusion around this time, specifically the big money players with guaranteed contracts. And they're asked to take a 50% pay cut. These guys are names you recognize. The Steiner brothers, Kevin Nash, Sting, Bill Goldberg, Ric Flair, Dallas Page, Lex Luger, and Booker T all get this call. It's unanimous. No one says, yeah, I'll take half the money.
Yeah, that's fair.
Isn't that crazy?
Well, would you?
But, I mean, who even says, well, let's just see if they'll take less?
Apparently, I don't know. I wasn't there, but apparently folks at Fusion did.
That's crazy to me. So the due diligence starts, and folks expect it to take 40 to 60 days, but by March, it's still not done. We're going to have some folks who say, hey, what's due diligence? Kind of explain that.
Well, they would have to get in and they would have to see what the state of the business actually was. They would have to go through discovery and take a look at the profit and loss statement. And
well, let's start from the beginning. You make an offer to buy a company based on the information you have, but you don't have all the information.
Right, and frankly, you have a lot of rumor and innuendo.
Really?
And you have to get in and find out what's real.
And so this is kind of like...
I love how you're leading me this week. It's just... So
you're like taking a car, and you're having your mechanic check it out.
Correct.
You check it under the hood. Let's see.
Great analogy.
Show me the Carfax. 2 days before the March 18th pay-per-view, which they called Greed, which is pretty ironic, Kellner, the new CEO of Turner Broadcasting, announces they want to focus on comedy and sports to make their networks more high-end. And what that means is Thunder and Nitro are canceled, effective at the end of the month. At the end of March, they're done. And this all goes down while Eric and Siegel are on vacation. So WCW starts passing out the 90-day notices at this point and carry everybody listening through the 90-day notice and what that means from a wrestler contract standpoint.
Essentially, it means you're done in 90 days. You have 90 days left. For the most part with them, they were guaranteed contracts, 90 days left of being paid, and after that, you're out on your own.
How long had that existed in the business?
I don't really know. As long as I can remember.
Even prior to the Monday Night Wars?
I believe so. Yeah, I mean, I believe there was always some kind of notice in there if you wanted to get out of it early or something.
Either side
like
or just the company?
I don't know what they had on their side.
But the WWF, when you guys implemented 90-day clauses, was that either side can get out in 90 days?
No, that was usually just on the company side.